Hey everybody, this is Steve with the Hurricane Tracker app. Hope you're having a great day. We're going to do a little live video update on newly designated Invest 90L. We're going to wait for a few more of you to join the stream here, so bear with us just another minute or two. Hope everybody's having a great Thursday. Hang tight just a few more moments, everybody. Appreciate your patience. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. And today is Thursday, May the 14th. It's about 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And just like the last 5 years, it looks like we're going to have a system develop before the season start date, which, of course, is June the 1st. And, of course, that marks 6 years in a row that we've seen preseason development, assuming this system gets upgraded, which at this point we see no reason why it would not be. So we're just going to, I've got the app up here on the right side of my screen. We're just going to kind of go through and look at the latest information on the system. I first want to start with the radar out of South Florida. If you've been monitoring this system this morning, it's been developing a little quicker than everyone thought it would, and definitely faster than what the models were showing in the last day or two. So you can see there is some cyclonic spin. Right now, most of that's at the mid-levels. But pressures are beginning to slightly fall, and we're going to eventually see a low-level center start to consolidate from this trough of low pressure as it lifts out towards the northeast. But already this morning over portions of Key West, we've seen several inches of rainfall. Let me pull this up here and zoom in a little bit. Yeah, definitely around Marathon and Duck Key, we've seen around 3, 5, up to 6 inches of rain. So quite the gully washer this morning across the Florida Straits. And not all of South Florida is going to see several inches of rainfall. As we get farther north into the peninsula of Florida, let me pull on my drawing tool here. You know, in this part of Florida, we can see 1 to 3 inches. I don't think we're going to see 3, 4, 5, 6 inches of rain like we've seen down in the Keys. But definitely some gusty winds. The National Hurricane Center does note that gusts up to tropical storm force will be possible across the Florida Keys, extreme southeast Florida, and portions of the northwestern Bahamas over the next couple of days. So for May, this is pretty significant. If we were talking July, August, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, right? Of course, the water's a lot warmer in July and August, so this thing could strengthen a little quicker and possibly become a hurricane. But right now, we don't think the system is going to become a hurricane, as the waters across the southwest Atlantic are just not quite warm enough yet to support a hurricane. But it could definitely become, a moderate tropical storm or subtropical storm. And of course, the first name on the list this year is Arthur. So you can see the National Hurricane Center outlook, 70% chance of development through the next 48 hours. This really came up since the last update because of the faster development we're seeing down there across the Florida Straits. I believe the previous outlook was only at 40% during the next couple of days in the medium category, so it went up by 30% from one outlook to the next. So that's quite substantial. And of course, over the next 5 days, there's a total of an 80% chance of development. And anywhere within this area, they call it the hatched area, is where the storm will likely be classified. It could happen a little sooner, but it does take a little bit of time for these things to fully develop into a depression or tropical or subtropical storm. So we will continue to monitor that and let me go to the Invest page here. We are using our Hurricane Tracker app. If you don't have the app yet and you have a couple of bucks to spare, check it out in the App Store or in the Google Play Store. We try to consolidate all the information in one place so that you could stay updated. And of course, we add our own products such as our alert level, which we'll go over here shortly. And we'll do discussions and audio updates and stream these video updates within the app. So for a few bucks, it's a great deal if you like to track the tropics. So check it out when you get a chance. All right, so let me go here to the Invest graphics page. So you can see quite a bit of convection going on with the system this morning or across the Florida Straits. And this is our 5-day alert level graphic that we issue. So because the system is so close to South Florida and is beginning to organize, we've posted low level, low category in the number 1 as far as alert level. So that just means, just remain cognizant that there's a system out there in case it were to strengthen a little more quickly. But you can see anywhere southeast Florida down to the Florida Keys and even portions of the Northwest Bahamas. We probably should have labeled the Northwest Bahamas, but could see some gusty winds to tropical storm force, some rainfall, definitely some increased wave heights, maybe some minor coastal flooding issues in some areas, and definitely will not be a good day to be out at the beach, except maybe if you're a surfer, or of course if you're a mariner. Boating over the open water is not going to be that great of an idea over the next couple of days. And also rip currents will definitely be something to be concerned about. And then as we get into the middle to later portions of next week, we could see the system get close enough to eastern North Carolina where we could have some of the same marine conditions and also some gusty winds, probably in the 20, 25 mile per hour range, and some outer rain bands across far eastern North Carolina. And we'll definitely watch that track to see if it gets any closer. The computer models and intensity models, tropical intensity models, will not run until a little bit later today. Then those will fill in. But we do have data from the 12Z GEFS ensemble. So you can see, and the average mean does bring the pressure down to 1,002 millibars later this weekend as it moves away from Florida, and then down to 996 millibars, which would be a formidable tropical or subtropical storm as it's moving away and from the eastern United States. And it should move far enough west of Bermuda. You can see Bermuda there. Those of you in Bermuda, it should stay well enough to your west that you shouldn't have any, rainfall or too strong of winds out of the system. Maybe some breezy conditions at time and a couple of rain showers, but we're not expecting anything substantial for Bermuda. And of course, he's the animated local National Weather Service radar out of South Florida. You can see the system is beginning to spin up. Heavy rains that have been lingering over the Keys this morning. And hey, Bill, I saw your comment there. Thank you for the nice comment. We appreciate that. Hello, Julian. Sorry we're not able to put subtitles in Spanish at this time. I'll look into that, see if that's possible. HDTV, thanks so much for checking in with us. Yeah, Dorian last year, that was quite the social system. And those are the types of hurricanes we don't see but maybe once every 10 years, every decade. And that was definitely very awful for you guys down there for sure, no doubt about it. Hey, Nuria, thanks for joining in here on the live stream here with the Hurricane Tracker app. Certainly appreciate you joining and following. Y'all be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and make sure you tap on that bell icon and make sure you get notified when we do go live. We're going to be doing live streams quite a bit this hurricane season. So you can see here the purple categories, 2 to 3 inches at the most, I would say, for portions of Southeast Florida. Maybe a ½ inch to an inch in extreme eastern North Carolina. But most of the active weather is going to remain offshore. Hey, Deba, thanks for tuning in. If you are a surfer, you want to check out Deba Surf. They give the best and most accurate surf forecast updates around. So if you want to see what's going on at the ocean, check out Deba Surf. He does a great job. Weather Hub TV from Miami, thanks for checking in with us. again, not a whole lot to report now on this system. But it is notable because it is our first invest of the season. And like I said, we could potentially have the sixth season in a row of early preseason development. So thanks for checking in. Again, not going to be a strong system. That's not going to have many impacts, but there will be some impacts there across the Florida Keys, which is ongoing now. Portions of the Bahamas, where several of you are located, and of course across the Miami-Dade metro region, and possibly eastern North Carolina, far eastern North Carolina. We'll watch the track over the next several days. Of course, once we get a consolidated low-level center and this thing is classified, and then you run the models will get a little better handle on this. But so far, we don't see a landfall out of this. As far as the models, it is important to note the GFS has been handling this very well. I'm actually impressed with the way to initialize this system here on the 12Z run. The European initialization at 12Z was pathetic. It did not show close to even what's going on down there right now. So maybe the European will eventually come around. But the GFS American model and the Canadian model have been outperforming the European model, especially with the high pressure ridges and the areas of low pressure, which live in the 500 millibar level. Those models have been doing better than the European. Of course, it's the steering flow at 500 millibar, which usually depicts where systems end up tracking. So that is important. We'll see how that progresses through the rest of the hurricane season between the models. Now, we have a lot of model watchers out there, right? Thumbs up if you like to watch models. All right, everybody, we'll be back with another live Hurricane Tracker app video stream as conditions warrant. We also have posted a new video, audio update in the app. And, of course, all the information that we have available on 90L is now posted in the application. Sign up for your push alerts. And, again, follow our YouTube channel here to make sure you get the latest video streams. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys have a great day if you're in South Florida or the Keys, Bahamas. Stay dry over the next couple of days, y'all. Everybody take care. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it.